All right, let's talk about something we have all felt, being tired. And I don't just mean it's been a long week tired. I'm talking about that deep, nagging fatigue that just sticks around, no matter how much you try to rest. So, what's really going on here? And more importantly, what can we do about it? Let's get into it.
Does this sound familiar? You know, the alarm goes off and you're already dreaming about getting back into bed. You're basically powering through your day on caffeine, just trying to cross the finish line. It's this frustrating loop, and trust me, millions of people feel the exact same way. And this is super important. Just because feeling this wiped out is incredibly common, it absolutely does not mean it's normal. It's not something you just have to put up with. Think of it like a warning light on your dashboard. Your body is telling you that something is off. The great news is, most of the time, we can fix it.
So, where do we even begin? Well, a lot of the time, the answers are hiding in plain sight, right in our daily routines. Let's dig into some of the most common and honestly most overlooked lifestyle habits that could be secretly draining your battery. First up, the big one, sleep. We're talking a bare minimum of 7 hours of quality sleep a night. And it's not just about having your eyes closed. This is prime time for your body to do its most important work, repairing cells, cleaning out waste from the brain, and releasing essential growth hormones. It is literally the foundation for feeling good. But what if you're in bed for those 7 hours, but you're just not sleeping well? Well, that's often a sign of insomnia, that struggle to fall asleep or stay asleep. And it's complicated. It can be triggered by all sorts of things, from stress and hormonal shifts like menopause to other medical issues, or even something as simple as your bedroom being too hot or too bright. And this leads us to a vicious cycle that so many of us get stuck in. You wake up tired, so what do? You grab a coffee. But if you rely on too much caffeine, especially late in the day, it messes with your sleep cycle, that natural rhythm of deep sleep and REM sleep. So when that gets thrown off, you wake up even more tired the next day. And you see where this is going. You just dig yourself into a deeper and deeper energy hole. Of course, you can't talk about being tired without talking about stress. Now, a little bit of stress is normal, but that chronic, never-ending stress, that's a different beast. It can actually lead to a real medical condition called stress-related exhaustion disorder. This isn't just feeling stressed. It's a state where long-term stress can cause inflammation and even physical changes in your brain, both of which lead to that profound feeling of burnout. So, just like our mental health affects our energy, so does our physical fuel. What we're putting into our bodies is absolutely critical. So let's shift gears and look at how your diet could be either building you up or, well, dragging you down. And the difference is pretty dramatic. On one hand, you've got diets filled with ultra-processed foods and tons of added sugar. These things cause your blood sugar to spike and then crash, which is a recipe for fatigue. They can even mess with your sleep quality. But on the other side, a diet full of whole foods, we're talking fruits, veggies, legumes, healthy proteins, that gives your body a slow, steady stream of fuel for lasting energy. Sometimes fatigue isn't about what you are eating, but what you aren't getting enough of. Being deficient in certain key nutrients is directly tied to feeling exhausted. Take iron, for example. It's essential for getting oxygen to all your cells. And B vitamins? They're like the spark plugs that help convert your food into usable energy. If you think this might be you, a simple blood test from your doctor can tell you for sure. Here's another one that's so simple we often forget about it: water. Even being just a little bit dehydrated can totally wreck your energy levels and make it impossible to focus. Literally every process in your body needs water to run smoothly. When you're low, things just slow down. So if you're feeling tired, thirsty, maybe a little dizzy, the fix might be as easy as grabbing a glass of water. Okay, but what if you've got your sleep dialed in, you're managing stress, you're eating well, and you're still exhausted? Well, sometimes, fatigue is your body's way of signaling that there might be an underlying medical issue that needs a closer look. Now, this list is not for you to go and diagnose yourself on the internet, okay? It's really to show that constant exhaustion can be a major symptom for a lot of different health conditions. Things like sleep apnea, which messes up your breathing at night, or hypothyroidism, which slows down your whole metabolism. These are all real possibilities that are worth discussing with a doctor. Let's look at one of these connections a bit closer. There's a really strong link between obesity and fatigue. For one, it dramatically increases the risk of sleep apnea, which is a huge cause of daytime sleepiness. But beyond that, research is showing that obesity itself can interfere with your body's internal clock, making you feel more tired during the day. And the list of potential culprits doesn't even stop there. Some common medications, like certain antidepressants or blood pressure meds, can have fatigue as a side effect. And here's a paradox for you. Being too sedentary, not moving enough, actually makes you more tired.
And of course, anything that throws off your natural body clock, like doing shift work or relying on alcohol, can be a major factor too. Okay, after looking at all these potential roadblocks, what's the game plan? How do you actually go from feeling drained all the time to feeling like yourself again? Let's talk about the path forward.
And it all starts with this one powerful idea. The journey to figuring this all out begins with you trusting yourself. You live in your body every single day. If you feel like your level of exhaustion just isn't right, you are almost certainly correct. Don't let anyone brush it off as you just being busy or getting older.
Look, if you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. The single most important, most crucial first step is to talk to a doctor you trust. They can help you play detective and get to the root cause, whether that's by talking about your lifestyle, ordering some blood work, or screening for other conditions. Finding out why you're tired is the only way to find the right solution. So we've covered a ton of ground here, from sleep and stress to diet and underlying conditions. And that brings me to my final question, and this one is for you. Thinking about everything we just talked about, what's the first small step you're going to take, maybe even today, to start getting your energy back?